Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. We are continuing with the fan fiction What the Morning Gave Us, and this is actually going to be maybe a little bit longer of a video because I'm going to do chapter 5, chapter 6, and chapter 7 because they're all really short chapters. So we're going to start with chapter 5, which is called What the Silence Said. Bakugo point of view. Bakugo watched Kirishima's eyes flick from his own arm to Bakugo's chest. He didn't say anything. He didn't have to. Something in the silence felt steady and solid. Not everything had to be loud to matter. Some things just had to be honest. And this was as real as it got, and it had been for a long time. Kirishima's breath hitched just once. Bakugo didn't move and didn't look away. It wasn't about the ink anymore. It was about everything it carried. The silence between them wasn't empty. It was full of memories and meaning and of the weight they'd both been holding since that rooftop morning. And maybe neither of them had the right words for it, but they didn't need them, not right now. For Kirishima, it was the first time someone saw through his smile and didn't flinch. Bakugo didn't try to fix him, he just stayed. That moment anchored him, maybe even saved him, and he's never forgotten it. For Bakugo, it was the moment he realized that he didn't hate people, just fakeness. Kirishima wasn't fake even when he was pretending to be okay, and there was courage in that. That morning made him pick up his pencil again, for someone else, for him. This would be the first piece he ever designed with someone else in mind. They never said what that morning meant, but maybe they didn't have to, because somehow, in the silence between them, it was already understood. Chapter 6, Where the Silence Ends. Bakugo point of view. The buzz had long faded. The shop had gone still. Bakugo hadn't moved since he wiped the last smear of ink from Kirishima's arms, hands steady, but eyes unreadable. Kirishima sat in the chair, sleeves still rolled up, skin stinging in the best kind of way. The kind that said this matters. Neither of them had spoken, not really, but the silence wasn't going to work anymore. It was time. Just making sure this isn't like your idea of a really intense friendship bracelet, right? Kirishima's voice cracked on the last word, but he couldn't bring himself to look at Bakugo. Bakugo scowled. Don't say dumb shit like that unless you want a real answer. Kirishima swallowed hard. Then, if I ask what this tattoo means to you, would you actually tell me? Hope flickered in his eyes. That morning, Bakugo started, voice low. I didn't go up there because I thought you were weak. I went because the idea of walking into class and not seeing you pissed me off more than anything else ever had. Kirishima's breath hitched, eyes locked onto his. Bakugo tapped his knuckle lightly against his chest, just above the ink. It's over my heart for a reason, because that's where you have been and always will be. His voice was even, but his eyes gave him away, too open and too raw. You've been there since that damn morning. You didn't know it, but you changed something in me. And I never figured out how to say that without screwing it up. He let the silence sit for a beat and then added quieter. I'm not great at this, but you matter more than anyone. He took a breath. It's because that morning made me feel something I didn't think I could. And every time I draw breath, every time I get up and keep doing this, he motioned to the shop, the sketch pad, the ink-stained gloves. I remember you were the first person who ever saw me and didn't flinch, didn't run. He swallowed, and for once his voice cracked just a little. You didn't just stay, you changed everything. It was quiet again, but it wasn't uncertain or heavy. It was like the rooftop, steady and safe. Kirishima didn't speak. He didn't need to. He stepped forward, slow and sure, and rested his forehead against Bakugo's. Their breath mingled in the space between them, close enough to fall into. Then, finally, Bakugo whispered, barely above a breath, I didn't put it here for anyone else to see. Just you. He looked at Kirishima's new tattoo like it was something sacred, but it wasn't what he reached for. His hand found Kirishima's instead, calloused fingers curling around his palm like it was home. Kirishima stared at their joined hands, then looked up at Bakugo, eyes glassy and heart full. You've had my heart this whole time, too, he said, voice rough with unshed tears. I just didn't know how to say it back then. He cupped Bakugo's face with his free hand and kissed him. Sure, steady, and a little breathless. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic. It was honest, like a truth that had always lived in the silence, finally spoken out loud. Chapter 7. Thank you for the morning. Kirishima point of view. Kirishima hesitated, then whispered, I've never said thank you for that morning. Bakugo's scowl softened just a bit, almost invisible. You didn't have to. He looked away, voice low and rough. It means just as much to me. You're the first one who didn't back off just because I'm an asshole. Hell, you probably helped more than you realize. Kirishima's chest tightened, a small, grateful smile breaking through. He gently nudged Bakugo's hand where it held a coffee mug. You helped me too, probably more than you realize. They sat there in the calm for a while, coffee cooling between them. There was nothing heavy left to carry, just the quiet comfort of being understood and being wanted. We're really here, huh? Kirishima said after a while, looking around the coffee shop like it held every version of them that ever existed, the lost, the bruised, and the hopeful. Bakugo snorted. It took us long enough. But there was no bite in it, just the hint of something softer and something content. Kirishima smiled brighter this time. Thanks for waiting. Bakugo peered at him over the rim of his mug, lips quirking. Wasn't going anywhere. And that was it. No grand declarations, no need to name what was already theirs. Just hands brushing together over the countertop, a shared laugh, the warmth of something built slowly and honestly. They made it through the silence, through the noise, through everything. And now they had this morning and all the ones after it as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to this entire podfic of the fanfiction I wrote. Again, the title of it is What the Morning Gave Us, and it's on AO3. The link to it, if you want to leave comments or kudos on the original work, is linked in the description of each of the videos, and I hope you guys really liked it. Like I was saying in the very first video for this fanfiction, I think this is something that is new that I'm going to be trying, and I'm going to start out with my own fan fictions. As of right now, I have 13 that are published on AO3, and I think we'll be slowly working our way through those. And then maybe if you guys really enjoy this, I will start reaching out to some of the authors of some of my personal favorite fan fictions and seeing if I can get permission to record them on the channel. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the whole thing, and hopefully you'll be back for more. See you guys next time.